Edward to come in also, but he didn't join yet. So yeah, not much from my side. More to hear you guys, because this is a different way to support you guys in your coaching. Is more to hear from you what you look for, what procedures, what can be good solutions in terms of that mentoring side from ourselves. I don't know, Chris, Costas, what are you thinking about?
To be honest, I hadn't given it a huge amount of thought in terms of what it might look like for us before the meme book. I guess, like, off the top of my head, I think it'd be quite nice to have opportunities to maybe with another coach and reflect on session plans, and especially maybe if like a session plan do well or you think could have been better, just to have that opportunity to reflect with another coach maybe. Like I think be able to have those conversations, those reflections is always a really good way of improving that. So yeah, off the top of my head, that would be the main thing that I sort of.
But like pair up or with one of us like at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, there'd probably be scope to use both approaches. It could be, because obviously might not be possible to get everybody together on like a weeknight or whatever to get a longer meeting if we reviewed everyone's session plans, if feedback gave reflections. So yeah, maybe like periodically do those full group reflections, but then aside from that, maybe if it was just like the week after a session, you had like a half-hour Zoom call booked with one of the other coaches, and you could both just go over your sessions that week and have conversations.
Chris, what you've just touched on there, when I was at the Wolves, I worked at the Wolves Academy for 10 years, yeah, and then there was one time in the middle when what we did, once a month, we had a different coach for the group just come in, just for that one session on a certain theme, so we could see a different approach, a different voice, and also maybe, coming at it from a different angle, and so on. And it worked very, very well in all areas. And I'm just wondering, what you said, Chris, I can kind of like tag on to that if somebody, I'm not saying like you, Joao, or whatever, but even if Chris went to another session and said, right, for half the session, I'm going to take it on attacking play or counter-attacking, winning the ball and counter-attacking. And so he does a session, develops a session, so that the coaches then on that kind of stand back and almost get some CPD in a sense, but see it from a different light. And I think
but you say that on site, to go on site. To be
at the venue. So for instance, I'm not making work for you, let's say, but if you're going around to
Edward,
got a woman in his room. Get that woman out your room, Edward. Anyway, it's not the time. And if let's say, when you visited with Bobby or whatever to, let's say, Wolverhampton that time when you came, for you to do a session, whether it's with a girls coach or whatever, and say for half that session, this is my topic, bang, 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 this is the way I'm going to do it, and so on. And that way then we can learn from your experience maybe, or Bobby's or Chris's, the top, or Billy Bailey's. So the top echelon will then feed down into the others. And I think that would be, not only maybe once or maybe twice and that's all we do. I think that would be brilliant. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, no, I do. I like that idea. In terms of obviously geographically, like being able to facilitate it, would be probably a challenge. And I think especially with a lot of sessions happening on the same day as well.
Yeah.
That might be something to overcome. But I think the idea of seeing somebody else delivering a session on the same topic, I think if there was to maybe have sessions recorded as well to be able to review them. Because it's always really interesting to see how another coach approaches the same subject matter. So no, I like. It would be really good to be able to facilitate that part. I can imagine that we might have a few questions about how to facilitate it.
Well, there must be some quality coaches, Chris, who are actually involved.
Wait, Edward,
true.
Can you mute yourself, please? Really?
Yeah, I'm trying. Okay. Can you hear me now?
With the back back noise also.
Can you hear me now? Sorry.
We can hear you, Edward. Yeah, it's just a little bit noisy in the background.
Yeah, this is
so we can't hear you.
Space is my daughter's birthday, so this is why I'm sorry. I'm trying to...
Oh, okay.
Are you in McDonald's, Edward? Are you in McDonald's?
No, it's after. It's that ice cream thing.
We'll go with that.
So yeah. Sorry, it's kind of pink everywhere here. Yeah.
Not yet.
Edward, there's a lot of background noise. We can't make any tell of anything.
Yeah, so sorry.
Can you not go in the toilet? Go in the bathroom.
I should go off. 1 second.
Does that sound bad, sending him to the bathroom? That's the best place to go. Lock the
I'll go
door.
outside.
Quiet one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always outside now.
Oh, yeah.
Top
That's
man.
good.
Better. Carry on, Chris.
Yeah, no,
You
so
got lost.
I was just saying, obviously, what Bob said there about potentially coaches who aren't involved in regional academy. That's a good idea, obviously, because all the coaches who are on the GB talent pathway as well, involved with various national teams and stuff.
Yeah,
there could be a bit of cooperation there as well to be able to facilitate that. So, really.
Well, from what Bobby explained, so because it was very fast, he presented everything. What we will put in place is this assessment, this video analysis on the previous tournament. So I'm already have the session for next Thursday ready, and I added a couple of footage from different academies, from girls and boys. So and to detect the same problems, regardless of the age group, regardless of the gender, we have the same issues, the same contact points that we need to work on. And I think the main thing is to analyze that and to compare it with the players, the expert players, and even of that age group, some foreign players performing now in the attack. And of course, even in GB we have that. In regional academies we have even more, in club even more, that we know that the players are very raw and they have a lot of issues that we need to make them progress and need to work with them. But if we can, for this first block, if we can put apart the defensive aspects and really focus just on the offense, to try to collect that progress in those 3 sessions that we have in this first block, and see if something different will occur in December. That is the main thing. And for that to happen, I think it's key that we will have a good session plan, which of you a good session plan about those aspects regarding the drills, regarding the feedback that we need to provide to the players, about the critical components of each skill, to be focused on those. And then Chris was saying, so the following session to be a good reflection on what happened, which coaching method we choose. So Chris, you can choose Q&A. Costas, you can do a more instructive procedure, or try to find them to make them try the different aspects, and with that we can see if we are going on a good path or no. I think can be that, and at the same time, in bed with what you said, Pop, it's regarding the level 2 assessment. Me and Bobby will start to go to the different academies. So this weekend I will go to see Grace in the Midlands, and at the same time I will be there to see Ollie and Temis and the other coaches, and Bobby will go to another region. So we will change every regional academy weekend for different academies, and we can feedback on the coaches about that on site. Can be also a good way to progress.
It sounds.
Costas, your thoughts?
My thoughts, to be honest, last year major issue it was the fact that the court was quite small. Like I think you've seen it. It was one of your first training. Was quite small, and the numbers start dropping towards the end. So some of the kids we lost interest. They lost interest. However, this year I was informed that we changed court venue, so most probably
so we won't
better.
train anymore on that smaller court. Yeah.
And we are focusing at the moment to try to attract more players from the area. So because during the tournament we had towards the end of the year, we joined forces with Edward to participate. So it's quite not disappointed. How you call it? It's the kids don't feel comfortable, like kind of putting most of the people are attending the trainings for the whole year, but not be able to have a full team. I was quite disappointed. But yes, our main objective is just to keep the numbers high, and that for this year. So they will have a continuation, even going to the development team, the professional performance team.
From what I heard, I don't know if it's your academies, but some academies are still some players to confirm their application to the academy to this year. So maybe it's good for you to contact your regional academy manager to try to persuade to pursue the kids regarding the registration for this year academy, because some of them were last year that still didn't confirm for this year.
All right, I will inform her
if it's your case or not. Okay, Edward, what about you?
Yes. So, few thoughts from the last year. We managed to have like a constant number of 10 players each training, but we didn't manage to have a goalkeeper at all. We didn't have any left-handed, and the court was way too small, and sometimes we had to mix with the girls and the under 17, and yeah, we had too many players in the small court. Some of the boys from under 15, they didn't want to play against under 17 because they said they are too strong. Yeah, these were the issues.
But do you know already about this year what will happen regarding the venue and the number of players?
We moved. Looks like we managed to get a new arena, like Gunnersbury Park, which is much better. It's official size. I'm not sure about the numbers. Do we have a list for that?
Yeah, your regional academy should have that list already.
I'll ask, please. I wasn't sure if it's. And my question is, when will be the first session?
This Saturday, this weekend.
This Saturday. Ah, okay.
Saturday,
Oh, we
Sunday,
didn't
depending
talk.
on the academy.
Yeah, we didn't talk on WhatsApp. Yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah, that's why we are setting up this Thursday that video analysis from the tournament, like a pre session for prepping the first session of the block.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'll contact Liz after this meeting.
Okay, and what about coaching modes? Are you comfortable with the different approaches? Do you wish to choose yourself? Do you wish for us to give you some
like a guidance or something like this?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
So like you said, honestly I prefer to coach in my way.
Okay, yeah, that is good. It's just that what would be good is for you to prep which way are you going to do in each session, in each session.
Yeah, like to do a plan by, let's say, Friday, like you said, like Bobby said, to have a plan for the training session.
Exactly.
Each Friday to be ready.
Exactly. Not only about the drills or the games that you will be doing on that session regarding those contents, but also which coaching mode are you going to choose to deliver those contents.
Ah, okay.
If it's on reflection, if it's on to try to let the players reach their answer, depending on those coaching modes, you should select one for that for this weekend.
Okay. Yes.
I can go a little bit on that on Thursday also to start. But
yes, please. Yes, and on Thursday, I'll let you know exactly how we.
Okay. Good. Yeah, and then it will be like that. So to really forget about it, the defense and on this first block, okay. Even if you see some players, okay, with defensive stuff, for now at the start, really focus on the attacking side, because just to be there, it's a problem for the attacker. Okay, just a defender be there on court is a problem for the attacker, that the attacker needs to find some weapons, some solutions to overcome him. And and let's see how it goes in the sessions, and then we can reflect on that for the next one, for the October one.
Okay. So September, October, and November, we're going to focus on attack.
On attack. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. About the structure of the tournaments, about the competition, do you have any questions, or all clear from Bobby's side? Chris?
I don't have a question. The first tournament will be on December.
In December, right?
Yeah.
Weekend of 18 and 19.
Joao, one thing that I would like to raise is that the coaches are aware that when they go to the tournaments, that it's important that players get a chance to play in different positions. Because in my own academy, on a girl's side, she was kind of like marginalized and put into a wing position, whereas her favored position is as a right back. And because the right back was very, very strong, but also 2 years older than her, she rarely got a chance to play in that position, and eventually ended up going to the opposition because they would play her in the right position. So in the tournament, and I think coaches need to be aware of that, both in the training sessions and in those tournaments, that players should be allowed to play in maybe a couple of positions by choice, okay, just so that they feel that they're being valued, and rather than just used as a pawn to support the more able players, because we all know who the able players are. We don't need to see them over and over again smashing goals in from 9 meters. You know, what these tournaments should be is highlighting potential of people that we haven't seen or haven't noticed before that are coming through. You know.
Yeah, Pop, you raised a very important question, that is the to give the players the opportunity to have court time, to playing time, and at the same not only to be on court, but to have an actual decisive participation in the match in different positions. Don't forget that we add that in the FTM proposal, okay, in the framework. We have that when we do the trials for the GB national teams in the futures and M18s and the F17s, to see players playing in different positions. Okay, that is key. At the same time, when I ask a player, what is your position? I cannot play. I don't know how to play pivot. I don't know how to play on the wing. I don't know how to play as a backcourt player. And if you see an expert, so a professional game, the way that the module is played in the attack and in defense, they play different positions, because a backcourt player do a wing, a back transition to play as a pivot, or a wing do a transition to play as a pivot, or in defense they need to defend as a point player, or as a number 1, or as a number 3. So that is crucial for their development, to expose them in the training sessions to that side of the game, and also to have that in the tournament, because as that are part of the performance pathway, you need to see them on that side also. Yeah, very important. Chris, you want to say something about this?
You've actually just said pretty much everything I was going to add to what Bob said. But the only other thing I was going to add is that, like, if we're looking to stretch the players at the top of the group, the players who are like candidates for futures, national team selection, like heading on that trajectory, we have to look at how we can best stretch them in that environment as well. And them playing their position fair or full match probably isn't going to stretch them. It's probably just going to give them another similar experience to all the experiences they're already having within the sport. So, I mean, that for me is the ideal opportunity to really test them and put them into unusual positions that they're not used to playing. Yeah, agreeing with both your points.
Because sometimes we have surprises when we do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even it's tougher. But even when Edward said about no goalkeeping, sometimes we can search and we can find a new goalkeeper out of the bloom, and we can. In the Midlands, you have Santina, that big girl, and she's amazing. So she has a big potential because she's so tall. Okay, very raw, but very good potential for goalkeeping. So sometimes out of the blue, you can find some players in different positions.
And as well, I ended up in goal for the development boys for most of the sessions. So I'm thinking about transferring across from pivot to goalkeeper now.
Yeah. Why not?
Can't be any worse, Chris.
On you, Chris. When I saw you, I said Chris is a back player, and Bobby said no. Normally he plays as a in the line. So in the Olympics he did a couple of minutes as a back player. Okay, he fooled me.
I played playmaker against France. Don't know how that happened.
Yeah, I saw that. So I thought you were a back player.
No, way too slow.
His feet got in the way.
Yeah.
Any other thing, guys? Costas?
Nothing from my side.
Yeah, all good.
Yes.
Yeah. Edward, also, do you want to add something?
No, I'm okay for now. I'm just listening to you.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if no nothing major you wanna add, I think that is it. It doesn't matter to extend more than we discussed. I think it is very clear about this mentoring process, and at the same time, because you are in that business bracket, if you think that you need from myself any type of individual TPD, we can arrange also some kind of one-to-ones also. Not a problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. And
Cheers, guys.
I will see you on the weekend. Chris in a couple of weeks for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Costas and Edward also. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
McDermott,
Cheers,
if ever you
guys.
come south again, I've got people waiting at Kiel to nab you. Get you back on our fault, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy. See you.
Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Okay. Bye.
See you
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.